The night Rose Amobi discovered that her husband had brought another woman into their home, she did not scream. She did not fight. She simply stood at the doorway, staring at the stranger sitting where she had once sat beside her husband. Then her eyes fell on the small bag beside the woman's feet. And something inside Rose broke. For 10 years, she had been John Amobi's wife. 10 years of laughter. 10 years of arguments and forgiveness. 10 years of birthdays, Christmases, family gatherings, and quiet nights. But there was one thing they had prayed for every single year: a child. Rose had visited hospitals more times than she could remember. John went with her. They ran tests. They took medications. They prayed. Every doctor gave them the same answer: you are both healthy. There is no medical reason you cannot have children. Keep trying. In time, you may have your miracle. Rose held on to those words. She believed her miracle would come. But John's mother, Mama Amobi, did not believe in waiting. To her, 10 years was an embarrassment. Whenever Rose visited the village, Mama Amobi would insult her. 10 years in my son's house and you have nothing to show for it. Are you even a woman? Maybe you are a man pretending to be my son's wife. Sometimes Rose would force a smile. Other times she would quietly walk away before the tears came. But Mama Amobi never stopped. One afternoon, she looked directly into Rose's eyes and said, "You are barren. You are wasting my son's life." Rose went into the bathroom, locked the door and cried until her chest hurt. But she never told John everything his mother said. She loved her husband. She did not want to put him between his mother and his wife. Then, one Saturday morning, Mama Amobi arrived in the city with a young woman from the village. Her name was Amoka. John came home from work and found the two women sitting in the living room. His mother stood immediately. "My son," she said, "I have solved your problem." John frowned. "What problem?" Mama Amobi pointed toward Amoka. "This is your new wife." John froze. "What?" Amoka lowered her eyes. Mama Amobi continued. "It's go down. Your first wife has been in this house for 10 years without giving you a child. How long do you want to continue suffering?" Rose walked into the living room at that exact moment. She heard everything. Her legs became weak. She looked at John. "Is this true?" John could not answer. That silence was more painful than any word. Rose slowly walked into their bedroom. She closed the door. Then she fell to her knees. "God," her voice trembled. "What have I done wrong?" She pressed her face against the mattress. "Am I really not worthy of being a mother?" She cried until there were no more tears. That night, Rose prayed for only one thing: "Lord, if you can hear me, please remember me." But the next morning, her nightmare became reality. Amoka was given the room beside theirs. Mama Amobi began treating Rose like a servant. She was forbidden from cooking for John. She was insulted whenever she entered the living room. And whenever Rose tried to defend herself, Mama Amobi shouted, "You witch! You entered my son's life and blocked his destiny." Rose endured everything, but the worst pain came from